How's it going, YouTube? Liam from Links Australia, and welcome back to Let's Play Tower Unite and back to the Warp Zone arcade. Now, it has been quite some time since I've uploaded a video, or at least a few videos to my channel. I have done a couple of live streams a few weeks back. That is just to sort of help me slowly get back into the swing of things after taking a little break from, recording videos and, doing YouTube and Twitch stuff, or at least for a little while. But it's time to get back into the swing of things. But before we get too deep into this episode, I do have a small surprise for everyone. And, well, basically, allow me to put it like this. So, if there's any drum roll sound effects that I will find, I will add that in. And 3, 2, 1... Yes, I have got a webcam back operational in my videos, and holy moly, this is definitely going to be something, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, it has been quite some time since I have done a video with a webcam, because the last couple of setups that I had, I haven't been able to really sort of find a perfect or even appropriate time to bring a webcam back. There have been certain ways I could have done it, especially with this new desk setup I've got here, but I just never got around to it because, I've just been focusing on a few other things here and there. But the webcam is back. However, I do want to quickly point out that the webcam isn't going to be back for every single video that I upload. I will bring the webcam out from time to time when I feel like it, but I will majority try and bring at least some form of webcam footage into the videos as best I can. It just depends on how I feel like, so we'll see how we'll go from there. I did try and experiment with a few videos I've done, one of them which I was actually going to be using for Minecraft Hardcore Adventures. However, something on my part, this is my fault for doing this, the camera footage ended up being unusable, unfortunately, but that is my bad because of what I was trying to do. But with that being said, let's get into recording the next episode, or at least this new episode of Tower Unite, and get back into recording some more stuff in Warp Zone, because since the last episode of Tower Unite and even recording an episode in the Warp Zone arcade, there's been a couple of changes and a few new additions to the actual arcade itself. There are a couple of new mini-games, a couple of additions and touches to a few of the previous mini-games that have been added already. But yeah, there's a lot more that we can do now, so allow me to show you some of the ones that I have at least played throughout the last few times and the last few sessions of Tower Unite. And for those who have actually watched my streams, a lot of the past couple of streams that I've done, especially trying to get back into the swing of things, I've been playing a fair amount in Tower Unite, which of course, and hanging out mostly in the arcade, because quite frankly, the arcade is one of my favorite places to visit when playing this game, so there you go. But for the time being, let me show you some of the new things that have been added. Alright, so one of the new things that they have added, as far as I remember, and for what I... Yes, for as what I remember, because I know that in particular, we will check out Candy Slam in just a moment, but they've added in coin machines, arcade machines, kind of like ones that you see in actual fairs, or at least some trade shows or trade grounds, at least for what I remember. I haven't really played any of the real-life coin games as far as I am concerned and whatnot, but we'll go to one of... you know what? Let's start off with this one here, because this one is actually a pretty decent one, in my opinion. So, this is known as Coin River. So, the idea... And we're already getting coins straight away. The idea is that... So, you basically... the coins that you are given, you get about, like, 30 coins, I reckon. And this costs about, I think, 60 tokens to play. Basically, what you do is that you put the coins down, and wherever it lands, of course, we will get some coins in return. But if we are pretty clever with how we time the coins and whatnot, we can end up getting what is known as the river. As you can see with all of these letters and even, all these letters, and especially the exclamation mark when we get to it. When we get that, it will give us a bonus river where we can coin shoot using this little thing here, which allow us to add in more coins into the mix. But sometimes getting the river can be a bit of a tricky thing to get, especially when it comes to the exclamation mark, because it's all about timing and it's all about just being patient. Because sometimes you'll get the exclamation mark and other times you will not. In this case, we did not, but it is possible to get the river, especially maybe once or twice in a particular play session. But as you can see, and we're getting more coins now, but as you can see, we can definitely get a good amount of tickets. Ooh. Oh, barrels 500. I forgot about that. But the coin ones, because they cost so much tokens, I think the other one is about 40 tokens, while this one is 60. You get a heck load of tokens, like 3,580 tickets. Excuse me. That's a lot for one game, and it's a lot of fun. But so yeah, you can get a heck load of tickets. I know that on a good run, usually I get around about maybe 2,000 tickets on a particular game session. We'll play this one. So this one acts a little bit differently. So you get to move and control where you want to shoot out your coins that you pay. And this is basically sort of like a proper kind of, I think I think it's known as pachinko or something like that. But as you can see, all these gems light up. The wheel on the side, and we get a dragon. We basically get little goodies if we light up all the gems, and that is really a tricky thing to do because the outline of the gems, of course, moves along at a certain pace that it's not as easy trying to get all the coins to like match up and light up those gems. But oh well, usually you'll get a good run. Sometimes you won't, but that's perfectly fine. But like this game, of course, you do get a good amount of ticks as well if you have like a good particular run, which is nice. So 1,650 tickets. That is still a pretty good run for that particular game. And I do like to mess around with those once in a while because they're pretty so much fun. And again, it's all about patience and timing with some of the coins itself. Okay, so before I continue, let's talk about basically what my new setup is along with the camera, because I do not only have a new webcam, but I also have 2 new monitors. So I've gone back to a 2-monitor setup, which it definitely was a weird thing to get used to for quite some time, but as long as that I'm able to sort of... It was quickly to get used to straight away, if I'm actually pretty honest. It was a slow start, but it was pretty good to sort of have that kind of 2-monitor setup. So now, when I'm looking this way, which you might notice from time to time, I'll usually look over here to see how, like, in terms of web recording sessions, how my webcam is recording, how Audacity is recording, and how the OBS is recording, especially when it comes to not only just recording videos, but also to streaming. So I can now look at this screen, keep an eye on chats, which of course I'm using Stream Elements' what is it? I think OBS Live plugin. All of that is all now part of built-in. Sorry, it's a addition that you can add to OBS, which is what I'm using right now. So I can keep an eye on live streams. I can keep an eye on who's followed me, who all that kind of thing. So it is pretty cool to sort of have that kind of opportunity to do stuff like that again. And I'll show you a picture of what my setup looks like. And I also have these 2 ring lights, which are more or less used for vlogs, basically. It's sort of like a vlog kind of ring light setup, but these work perfectly well from what I'm using right now, and I'll give you a good example. So, cool. So, when they're turned off, that's what it looks like along with this, along with the room's light, and of course with the computer screen. But this is a good sort of balance to have, and I can also change the type of mood light it has. It has 3 mood lights, which is this one, and this one. So I may have to sort of change it. Whoop. That's better. So I may change it around a little bit to try and sort of match it to a more natural color, maybe. We'll see how we'll go from there. And the funny story about the whole, this whole upgraded setup is that it all started from searching for this new webcam. Because I was interested in looking for a new webcam, and with my dad's help, we did find one. But we were also in talks of possibly sort of finding a new monitor, like especially 2 new monitors to go with. And we found and agreed to go with this 2 monitor setup here. So I always have to give a massive shout out to my dad for helping me, like, helping me find these particular monitors to choose, because he's a computer technician himself. But it's nice to sort of have that as sort of have a dad like that to help me find what the kind of good products to at least get in an affordable sort of area. So let's go searching for some more games. This one, oh look, it's Mini Mario. What the hell? Oh, there he goes. You want a proper Mario appearance? Voila! Oh well, me just mucking about, I guess. Anyway, so one of the new games that they have added is called Prismatic, and the idea is it's a maze game basically. So on its own, without touching like the arrow keys, the wheel itself moves around left and right. But you can control it using the A and W keys. And the idea is to get the glowing ball into either one of the point shoots here. So, for example, I got 20 tickets, and you have 3 chances. However, you can get into the jackpot hole, which is the very middle one, but that can be pretty tricky to do. And I've only achieved this maybe 2 times, I think. And it's all about... Oh, crap. It's all about, like, finding the right placing of... Depending on where... what end the ball is. It's all about, like, finding that timing and just getting the movement right. So yeah, but you still get a good amount of tickets. So 150 is a good amount of tickets from this. And I've achieved the jackpot bonuses maybe 2 times, if I remember correctly. But it's still a fun mini game. I do enjoy it. I really like the sort of the color and the challenge of, like, you know, trying to sort of fight off the movement of the wheel. If I can get my camera right. Whoops. But yeah, it's all about, like, fighting and, like fighting off the forceful movement of the wheel. So there, yeah. So now I have a few extra balls to play with. And I also get the bonus tickets. And sometimes it can be a little bit funny. But, yeah, so 327 tickets, sorry, is a pretty good amount. Someone has gotten up to 1,479 tickets? Wow. That'd be a lot of tickets. That's one of the other new ones, but there is one more new one that I will show you. This is known as Gears of Coin. I always thought that it was going to say Gears of Con at one point. But the idea is that it acts sort of a similar one to... I can't remember what they're called, but it's basically... You put the coin in, and the coin basically spins around a particular cylinder until it reaches to the very bottom of it. Sort of like a coin charity box, in a way. So, you're given a good amount of tickets. No, sorry, you give 9... drops, and whatever you land on, it will give you that amount of tickets. at the very end. So we end up with 62 tickets. And I think I have gotten the jackpot out of this maybe... probably once, if I remember correctly. So one time I have gotten the jackpot out of this. Now there is an achievement to get to a certain score, which I know is definitely going to be tricky because you need a good amount of points to add up. And you do need to land at the ×3 to boost up that score. And that is not easy. I will tell you that right now. It is not easy at all. But at least we got a 50. So that's 113 tickets. Okay, so yeah, let's check out Candy Slam. Now, I'm honestly not sure if Candy Slam was already in the first part of when the actual arcade opened up. But I honestly don't remember. But the idea is that you want to hit as much of the lolly pads as much as you can. Because that's the way to grab points. You don't want to hit anything else. All of the other ones, they will, I think they take away, they take away tickets. They do, yeah. You get these special ones. Which I'm not sure, like, how many the normal paddles give you. I lost. Okay, so it's about, like, whoops. So I think 10 is the normal one. And I think the special ones is 15. So 390 tickets, I will definitely take. So on a good run, especially if I'm doing a live stream, I would end up with about like, usually like 20,000 so tickets, especially because I'm doing a half hour, an hour and a half, sorry, of stream time. Usually I can get it up to about just around the 20,000 ticket mark. And that's still a good amount of tickets. And as you can see, I've already saved up 186,000 plus tickets. But the more expensive items in the store is up there. So anyway, but yes, that is the Candy, I think that's Candy Smash? The Candy Smash game. But one of the cool things that they, of course, did some changes with some of the mini-games, and I'll go to one of my absolute favorites to mess around with, is that they have given some of the games that are already in a bit of additions, some new additions to it. For example, you have Planetary Piano, which has completely new modes, but also a new element. Whoops. Which, for example, what we have here is, I think this is a time attack one. So the idea is that you try and complete the entire song in the time limit that you get. I'm not sure how many seconds you are given, but you basically have a certain time limit you have to go through. That is the sprint one. But as you can see, there is Sprint 64, you have Time Trial, you have the original Endless mode where you go along trying to hit as many keys as you can before you make that one mistake. But they have also added a feature where you try and play the entire game with 8 keys instead of 4. As well as a multiplayer where you play with a friend with 4 keys for each side, and you see how many keys you can get and who can complete the song the fastest. But I'll show you what 8. I'll show you what the 8 one looks like. I barely touched this. Like, I need to, like, take the time to, like, practice doing the 8 key one, because I have no idea, because I'm so used to playing, did it again, but, I'm so used to playing with the, like, I'm so used to, like, doing the 4 key one. And I know that there's an achievement where you have to try and complete the entire a completely entire song using the eight keys in the 64 sprint, which is something I cannot do. Oh, 64 is the number of keys. That's right. Now I remember. So, that's one of the new features that they have added. But another one they have made additions to is this one for the Ice Cave minigame. The changes is that you have a harder mode, but you have, I think you have less, so you have 20 ball throws, but you'll also have 35 seconds to throw as many of those balls as you can to get, to try and at least get some of the extra points. Because, yeah, so you're on a bit of like a time attack here. But, it's still a lot of fun. So I got one more to go. And you can get a good amount of tickets. So 320 tickets out of that one match, because your ticket count is slightly doubled, I think? I don't remember. But, you get a good amount of tickets when you tried. Oh, this one is another new one. So it's called the Ultimate Cow Wheel. So I'm not sure what this minigame is based off of, but I know that there's a particular minigame of the same style. The idea is that it's all about timing again, where you have to try and grab as much of these points as you can to get a final score, and that's the amount of tickets you get. So I have one more pull. And I missed that one. Okay. But, how much tickets did I get? So, 640 tickets. Like, that is still a good amount of tickets to get. Now, a couple of things that they are bringing into the arcade soon is a completely new shooting gallery area. There is another area which I will show you in just a moment, but there are a couple of other mini games that they're still currently working on that they'll hopefully add into the arcade soon, and I'm really looking forward to trying those out in due time. But let's cash in my tickets and then we'll go outside and I'll show you what the developers and the team of Tower Unite is currently working on at the moment. Alright, we are currently outside in the main part of the plaza. What I wanted to show you is that one of the new features that they are working on at the moment, and a new addition to the game, is this. So this is another shooting gallery of some sort, but it's one of those like roller coaster shooting galleries, which I am really looking forward to trying out when that time comes. They're still working on one particular area, I think. And the other thing that they are still working on, which I'm actually kind of surprised that they have not fully completed finished yet, and they're just flying around, which is fine, is the bumper cars area. But I will say that they definitely updated the outside of it to have this sort of like ticket window here, because I don't think that was in the last update when I recorded the game last, which is perfectly fine. I really do like the additions and the touch-ups they made. But it makes me really looking forward to playing more Tower Unite over time, because they've updated the laser tag, which I know I have not shown yet. I will probably do that in another episode at some point. But there are so many things that they are working on at the moment in terms of the main mini games, the arcade games, and of course a few other plaza activities to basically be implemented into the game over time. But that's a lot just in one breath. But what I will say is that it's definitely good to be recording new videos again, and it's definitely cool to have this new setup. Again, I'll get a picture as soon as I can and show you guys what the setup looks like when I'm editing the video. But it's good to have a webcam again. It's good to have a 2-monitor setup again after so long. Yeah, it's good to be getting back into recording videos as well as doing live streams. So expect to see some more videos coming over in the next few weeks. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, then click the like button, click the subscribe button for more videos sent your way, which is down there. But if you would like to see more of Tower Unite or whatever type of game that you want me to play. I'll see if I can try and get the game onto my PC as soon as possible. Then let me know in the comments below. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys enjoyed again. This has been Let's Play Tower Unite. I'm Liam from Lace Australia. Until next time, Liam out.